That wraps us up for this week.
Yes. So I think we'll then move into the NBA. Very interesting kind of, some of the teams have already clinched playoff positions. We're kind of leading into the play-in tournament. LeBron kind of not real happy with the play-in tournament. Maybe that's a good spot to start.
Yeah, let's start with that.
Yeah, so kind of didn't hold any substance. I think the direct quote is whoever came up with this shit needs to be fired. So
Really not happy about it. And
yeah, Luka also feeling the same way, came out and said the same thing because Mavs are in danger of missing out.
it's funny. It's the only
It's
guys.
the guys in that position.
Yeah, and of course. But I can kind of see where they're coming from as well. You play this, it's 72 games this year, but you play this long season. And then the fact that you could finish 7th and lose 2 games and you're out, it doesn't make that much sense.
Yeah.
To me,
but having said that, like, look at the Lakers. They're in danger of being in that position. They're currently 7th, but they've dropped 6 of the last 7. So to get to that kind of position is like, well, that's on you.
I guess so. But if you're finishing 7th, wouldn't you want to go and take second as you normally would in a top 8 seeding system and have 7 games and have 3 at home? 2 games kind of feels like it's very quick.
Yeah. As the resident Lakers fan rejoins us, what are your thoughts on the play-in tournament?
I will follow my King LeBron into battle. I think it's bullshit. But I think Peps has hit the nail on the head. LeBron actually came out and tweeted saying, "Fuck, wouldn't it be like 2 years ago? Wouldn't it be good to see Dame versus Steph, in a 6-game series?" And then 12 months later, he's in the shit. So which he'd never expect himself. I love the play-in. I think it's brilliant.
Yep.
I think it's and it just puts importance on more games. You get to this part of the season and it's such a drag. You see the little letters next to teams pop up every day. And go, okay, now it's set up and it drags. It builds into that playoff, like the mode. Like you just switch to playoff mode because right now it's just the dog days and it's like whatever. We know who's in there. But now it's. And fuck, the Lakers draw is so stink. They don't play bad teams the rest of the way in. They have to win, and they've just got their 2 best players back healthy. So, you get frustrated. You tweet dumb shit. I think that's what LeBron's done here. I think it's great for ratings, more basketball on TV, more shit for us to talk about. But yes, as a fan, I am worried. I'm a little bit worried. If they're in the playoffs, I'm sweet. I'm happy. But we've got some really fun teams at the bottom there with good. But NBA, you've got 5 guys on the court at any one time, so you need to highlight these superstars. Yes. So the more time all the eyes are watching Luka or all the eyes are watching Dame, it's good for the sport. It's good for the brand. If playoffs start and you cut half of your studs, you're costing yourself. So the NBA are cheering. I love them.
You know what? Sportsbet has the Los Angeles Lakers at to win the whole thing this year.
Double digits?
$6.
$5.
Yeah.
They're the favourites in the West, and they might not even make the top 6 seeds.
And this is my whole theory.
Madness.
That's my whole theory.
When healthy.
Fully healthy, they've got 2 of the best 5.
Get to that point.
Yeah, 100%. That's wild, but Lakers in 5.
All right.
Do you want to talk about the danger?
Dangerous, yeah. And I actually wanted to direct this one at you, Joseph.
For fake stats?
So he put up a triple dub this week, which was only 14 points, 21 boards, 24 assists. That's the second time that Russ has had 20 and 20 boards and dimes. There's one man that's ever done that, Wilt the Stilt. Is this stat padding or...
Well, he's the only one to do that, and only one other person has had 20-20.
And put up a triple-double. So we're talking about 20 boards, 20 assists, and scored
10 points.
So Wilt the Stilt is the only other
So Russ has done it
to
twice, and Wilt the Stilt is the only other person to do it.
They won this game, by the way.
Yes.
But that's the biggest thing. And that's what I'm trying to allude at. With that season, he won MVP for triple-double. They were really good. And then the next season, he got MVP, and they finished like 10th, and they were just shit. And they were clearing out so he could get rebounds. When you are only scoring, he's doing he scored 14 points. I think that's his career high assists and equal career high rebounds.
24.
So you have so you've scored 14, but 24 times 2, a couple 3-pointers. So call it 60 points.
Yeah.
You've attributed 60 points, and you've got your teammates
Plus
involved.
the points that you scored.
And
is
look
75.
so look at the run they've gone on, which isn't even half. Fuck, that was the highest scoring game. The run they've gone on, the Wizards have been so much fun to watch because they've started to win. So then I can start saying, okay, and I was sort of saying it with Jokic, the way he was playing, and he was okay. They were winning.
Yep.
But then that's my line. If you're getting triple doubles for fun, sick. And you're the 12 seed, means nothing to me. Put that W. That's the more important thing.
Yep.
And the 14. If that's a 30 point 10 and 10, they lose that game.
Speaking of that W, they're looking like they'll come 10th in the East. Do you think they'd bother a Boston or a Miami?
Oh, on paper, no. I just have this feeling when the playoffs start that teams we thought would be good are just going to be good, and it might trick me.
It's also one game. And
then,
And then,
you give me Bradley Beal's best, Russell Westbrook's best against Boston, and then fuck.
They can win any game.
Can they win? Yeah. Can they? Yes. Do I think? No. I think their supporting cast is toilet.
Yeah,
So-
and I tend to agree. But
And that's why he has to do this.
But if there's any team that this play in, I should say, tournament
100%.
favors.
Yeah.
It's
It's a real hot hand type thing, and there's no hotter hand right now than the Wiz.
Exactly. They could shock a few guys, but you don't think they'll go super deep.
No. Oh, yeah. Good. Look, like I'm saying, I think they could win the play-in, but I don't think they'll win the play-in. I think they'll be fun to talk about, which they are. And again, like I actually really like Westbrook as like everything he does, his highlight package. That is what that 14, 21, 24 W. That's so important. That last letter.
The last one, W.
Yeah. Macca, do you want to cover those three other stats there?
I'll jump in.
Yeah, you go for it. Sorry.
Kevin Porter, Rockets have been stinking.
KPJ.
But he's 21 years old. He dropped 50 and they beat the Bucks. So that's someone to keep an eye on. Kevin Porter there. Jason Tatum, 60
burger.
60.
60 burger. Yeah.
So we've been talking about him like he's, on the ascendancy. He's becoming that real kind of
the leader. Yeah.
elite conversation in the NBA.
It's really impressive that a lot of the young guys also stepping up in the NBA as well. Like
It's good.
The league's in a good
I think
position.
we're now in that new wave, like everyone, like the LeBron, like the Durant hurt, LeBron old.
It's nearly a passing of the torch.
Yeah. And everyone thinks it needs to be one guy. Who, is it Luka who's going to take the torch? Fuck it. Make it 20 guys. Make it this awesome
or
spread.
Zion or whoever. Like
Fucking oath. Sabonis there has that triple-double with a fucking 60-point win against OKC. There will be a lot of those games now as well. There's going to be a lot of 60 points. No team should ever lose by no NBA team should lose a game by 60 points. That's a bit of a fucking joke.
No.
That's a bit of a joke.
That's sit your starters down in the fourth quarter and let the bench guys cook.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about the Lakers, obviously. A little bit worried, but I want to see the play-in. I want to watch LeBron play more basketball games.
Yeah.
I want to see him win those games, but
Is
I'm a
he-
fan of the sport before I'm a fan of the Lakers, to
Is
be
he
honest.
back? You played your first game back this week?
Yeah,
He
him and AD
played
are
one,
back.
and then they rested him the next one.
It will be a managed thing, but then it'll be all guns blazing come playoffs. Like they would have timed this,
Yeah, for both
man-
him and AD.
Oh yeah,
Both
100%. AD had that sick block in the Nuggets game. I don't know if you saw that, and he went off with the calf, but then he came back on, and there was the shot to win the game, and fucking Space Jam. You talk about AD and Space Jam. He stuck the arm up and swiped it halfway up its path. So, I'm a little bit worried. I just want to see them in the top 8, and then I can be a prick.
Yeah. So who are the guys that have clinched so far?
It seems in the West that they're pretty set. It's the Suns, Jazz, Nugs, and Clips, and they're like the Clippers are 6.5 games ahead of 5th, which is the Mavs there.
Yep. They're definitely far ahead. No, I'm really impressed how the Nuggets continued with Murray being out. For the rest of
and
the
you
year,
know who's set up there? Michael Porter Jr. He has been really, really good for the Nugs. So I think that top 4 there in the West, I think that's set. And then going across the East, it's the same thing, but it's a top 3.
Yep.
It's Philly, Brooklyn, and Milwaukee. They're 5 games ahead of
How about
the Knicks.
them Knicks?
Yeah, that
Randall just going nuts for him.
big orange shoulders.
Insane. They are the
Orange
fucking
shoulders.
hottest team, and they are so lights out. It's
Considering
fucked.
a couple of months ago they were hovering around 500, they just
Yeah,
couldn't get
yeah.
above it, and then all of a sudden they're just taking
It's
off.
fucking weird. Randall, I mean, most improved market, it's him and Daylight.
Definitely.
But fucking MVP conversation, like he's up there mixing with the best of the
Yeah,
boys.
I think that's a stretch. I think that's a
Oh
stretch.
well, I mean, conversation. I think it's fucking
He's
the big
been-
fellas to lose. But
He's been in the top 10 NBA players in the league this year.
so is that not MVP conversation?
Well,
No, I'm agreeing with you,
Yeah.
but I'm saying
Well, you disagree with me. You said I'm going to disagree with that. That was your direct quote. Was I'm going to disagree with you on that.
I'm saying Julius Randle.
Pick a side, would you? Damn it, get off that fence.
He does not. I love the fence. The fence is the best place to be.
It's safe. Shout out Darcy Living Room. These
depends
days.
how pointy, it depends how pointy the fenders is, but yes.
The pointier the better, baby. I'm saying Julius Randle is a top 10 player in the NBA this year, and he doesn't win the MVP.
I did want to ask you boys, considering we did an MVP chat probably a month ago now, has anything changed from that consideration? I think we were all picking the Joker at that point.
Yeah, and he solidified it.
You don't think anyone's kind of come up that we didn't consider, maybe Booker, Westbrook, or Randall in this case?
The man I shouted a bit earlier, like Chris Paul, I genuinely think should be talked about in MVP. That's why I want him to have a beer, because he won't be like and you can't give a guy MVP who's averaging 16 points.
Yes,
that's not the current
unfortunately.
climate we're in or ever will be. But
Is
it's
it-
a bit off script. If Harden was healthy the way he was playing, yes, but no, it's Jokers to lose. But
Is there
like
any?
most
Is there anyone,
valuable, I
any
think
smokies?
their best player. I think their best player is Booker, but their most valuable is Chris Paul, and I think everyone there would agree. Smokey,
Smokey for MVP.
you know who is a fucking Smokey? The man who's won the last two MVPs, Giannis. Like he's
Yeah, no one's
fucking
talking about him.
no one
Yeah.
is talking about him, and he's been fucking killing it. Just
Well,
putting up
the Bucks have
insane numbers. They're the third. They're a game, two games
clinched
behind the
playoffs.
first seed. Like he is a freak.
Yeah.
The man is a freak, and he's got. It's the LeBron effect. It's like, man, we can't give it to him again. Why the fuck not? He's playing as well as ever. He's got his team up the top. So, but no, it'll be the Joker.
Yeah.
I'd love a Randall. It'll be cool. I'm being genuine that when voting comes out, Julius Randle should be a top 5 MVP getter.
Yeah, I definitely should give votes. And I was kind of thinking the same thing. Randall should get some votes there, maybe even Booker, maybe, just because where the guys have got that team at the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Philadelphia, kind of an interesting one, though. Everyone's kind of been quiet on them. They've just been playing good basketball. And
And now Joel's healthy.
Joel's healthy, so
We
no
love
one's
Ben
getting stuck in a
Simmons.
Simmons about his passing potential at the moment because they've won 45 games. So not passing, shooting potential, sorry.
But so we'll see. We'll see where everyone. Yeah, it's a really fun week now because there's only a handful of games left. So that playing will be good because right now I think like the NBA want Zion playing playoffs.
Yes. Yeah.
I think they're a game out behind San Antonio.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
if they can get there.
What are your thoughts on the Warriors? Just throwing a curveball.
And like the way
Steph as
Steph's
well,
been shooting, like he's very much in volume shooting mode. Like he's going to shoot 20 times and try and score as many points. But
Can Steph win an MVP playing half a season?
no.
He shouldn't.
Nope.
but-
Can he win sickest player? Yes, he's won that already. I nearly was very inappropriate on the Esky. I love Steph Curry. I love Steph Curry so fucking much. And this is what the playing is going to be awesome. Like they'll be in there.
They'll
We
be
get to
so
watch
good.
Steph Curry in a one game set. Fucking oath, he's going to go up. Against fucking Steph versus Ja Morant. What a cool story. Like the play-in is awesome. I'm sorry, my king. I know you don't like it, but the play-in rules. Go through all those teams. So Utah are a team. Phoenix are awesome. Denver have the MVP. Clippers obviously have Kawhi. Dallas have Luka. Lakers. Dame in Portland. With Memphis. Steph with Golden State.
I would love any
Fuck
of
San Antonio off for New Orleans, and you've got something interesting with every single one of those 10 teams. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, agree.
I would love any of those teams to go to the finals.
There you go.
Fuck the luck.
Fuck
Not fuck the Not fuck the Lakers. I don't mean that.
Fuck the Nets. Fuck the Nets right now.
Yeah, I'd love one of those guys like a Utah or a Phoenix. And
Well, yeah,
they're just playing lights out.
Exactly. No
basketball
one
and
talks about
everyone
the
writes
Jazz.
them off.
No one talks about Jazz.
I'd
They've
love
won the
one
most
of them
games
to
this
go.
year. So
Anyways, we'll see.
yeah.
I think